What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back today with more Dokkan Battle. Now, ESBR, especially Realm of Gods ESBR, well, yeah, Realm of Gods ESBR was arguably the hardest ESBR up to date. At least until we got this anniversary. So to give you an idea how crazy the power creep is on ESBR, we are going to go ahead and talk about, or specifically pertaining to the anniversary that is, we're going to go ahead and do a no items ESBR Realm of Gods run. Now, prior to the anniversary, this would be damn near impossible. This would have been insane. We're going to do one right here, right now for you. And I got to walk and talk our way through this. It's going to be interesting, to say the least. Now, pay close attention to the units we're using. Those are very important to our success rate here. Because, once again, dual leading MUI is kind of like the best way to handle this. And you could probably replicate this whole darn situation if you did this yourself. Now, there's a few things we're going to look for specifically, and we'll get into that here shortly. But the main thing you want to know is the two UIs. Once we get this guy transformed into MUI, we're going to want him on rotation. But until then, he's a tiny bit of a liability, so maybe keeping him off rotation would be our best bet here. Plus, you know, since the Evolution Blue Vegeta does tank pretty well, we are going to utilize that to the best of our ability. So more or less until MUI is ready to, or UI sign, the UI sign that gives an easy A, till he's ready to transform, we're basically going to keep him off rotation. That's really just to keep damage down on ourselves. Now, MUI, the AGL MUI did just take a hit. Did not feel good, but if I'm honest, a couple hits early on really aren't that big of a deal. Plus, he is going to build up enough defense that within a turn or two, he'll be basically able to tank a few of those hits. But we are taking a lot of early damage here, and this had me, when I did this run, this is a pre-recorded run, when I did this run, this had me a little bit worried that this wasn't going to work out. But do bear in mind, there is a big benefit to dealing early damage, and that's mostly that Int UI will transform a little bit faster. Unfortunately, I kept him off rotation, so it's going to take a while to get him back before that becomes a thing. But you'll see more or less how we kind of counteract this. Now, obviously my goal here is to get rid of units as quickly as possible. The fewer units on the field, the better. But I also want to pay attention to this last slot here, because whoever's back here, like obviously Goku does have a good amount of dodge in him, but it's not reliable. And if he gets hit by that physical unit, he's going to hate life. So we got to get rid of that physical opponent to make sure Goku doesn't take insane damage. So let's go ahead and try this here. MUI is going to basically be our best shot for this. Let's see what he's got. What you got? Alright, no critical on that one, but, you know, remember, he just gets better kind of as he dodges, so we got to give him a few more turns pretty much to get into the flow of things. Which sucks, but it is what it is. Alright, taking a little tiny bit more damage. Not a comfy situation to be in. I've been in much better situations going into turn 2, but, or say fight number 2, rotation number 2 as we'll call it. But, full dodge from Goku, never a bad thing. So that's a little bit of damage mitigation right there, and that means when MUI comes back up next turn, we're going to get his transformation. So let's go ahead and try to wipe out some damage right now, and kind of move on from here. Now, anytime we get the active skill on this physical unit, we are going to want to use that, because that active skill is going to ensure they do an insane amount of damage, and they're basically going to wreck out whoever they hit. Not guaranteed, but it will help significantly. So we want to use that every single time it comes up, because we're going to blast through opponents at just lightning speed. And yes, I am aware that this run could go a little bit faster, but also remember, for the sake of getting this done properly, I'm deliberating things, I'm calculating things, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing basically the most available. And while the run won't be the fastest, believe me, because I'm thinking this through, and because I'm trying to use the old brain waves when it comes to it, not trying to basically smooth brain my way through it, you know, the fights are just simply going to take longer. It's just life, honestly. All right, AGL MUI got a crit, so that's beautiful. So now our physical unit is not in any real danger, and we're going to go ahead and try to basically take as many people out here as humanly possible. So, Vegeta just took out Videl. Good stuff. We got 2 units left. Can we take out another one? Now, remember, Vegeta has up to 2 extra hits in him. So, we got 1 extra hit, and we got 2 extra hits, but it wasn't, well, it was critical. It wasn't an SA. If it was an SA, Devilman would be gone. But, on this turn, Devilman is definitely gone. He's not going to be back around. Boom. I wish, honestly, we'd use that a little more effectively, but we did what we did, and basically the reason we did it so that we didn't waste any real time, and that's just because that strength opponent could be taken out this turn and really wasn't attacking in any real fashion on that turn. So here we go. I have all the faith in the world that MUI has got this, but to be on the safe side, since dodging is guaranteed after the transformation for the first time, that means that UI Goku is a better person to put there. So he's definitely not going to take damage. Even MUI might have taken a little damage, or AGL MUI would take damage, but the Int one will not. So putting him on rotation 2 was a bit of a smarter maneuver there. Now we're really hoping for extra attacks, and here we go. Remember, both Goku and Vegeta are capable of up to 3 attacks, and they all have a good chance to be critical hits. That one wasn't, unfortunately, but we didn't need it. So now we're moving on to fight number 2. Fight number 2 is going to be interesting because we're very, very, very low on health. So basically what I've got to do here is I've got to try to take out everybody I can as quickly as humanly possible. Now, my options are like I've got like 2, maybe 3 real options here. Number 1, I've got to let Vegeta get hit enough times that we come back around and Vegeta has revival. I don't think that's honestly going to happen. So I've got to then maybe hope that Goku takes a little bit of damage. Because Goku actually has to take 3 hits, Vegeta has to take 7, and then Revival will be activated. You'll know Revival's activated because there's a little icon down here that says Revival will actually be on fire if it's activated. So right now, we do not have Revival. So, we got to play it pretty smooth. Hopefully Goku takes a little bit of damage here. Remember, after he does his attack, he'll have enough defense that if he's able to just take a couple of major hits. So there's hit number 1. Hit number 1. We just need 2 more. If he's able to take 2 more, we'll be good. And he'll get his revival, and we won't have to worry about much. But his dodging is off the chain, so maybe it won't be so easy after all. We are getting a secondary hit. That's perfect. That does mean that Grandpa Gohan should be going down. There we go. We got a 3rd hit, actually. But we got those 2 dodges. So we have not taken 3 hits yet. And let's see how many hits Vegeta takes. I don't think he's taking 7. I don't think it's going to be even close, if I'm honest. But let's see. Attack number 1. Attack number 2. And this one should be a critical. Let's see. That is a critical. Attack number 3. Triple SA. Will we get a crit here? Is this going to be our saving grace? Triple crit, baby. Triple crit. We're golden. We are absolutely golden. That puts so absolutely much hope into my heart that that did not feel good. So, this is a little bit of a problem here. So now we have very little health. We're extremely low in health. I really needed Godku to dodge that one. But it is what it is. We've got to move on. We had a really good start, and we've got really good luck with the double and triple crits, but now we've really got to, like, double check our work and pay close attention and make sure that we are absolutely taking this absolutely seriously as possible. Now remember, like I said, every time their active skill comes up, we want to utilize it. And that's literally just to make sure that they take out whoever they're fighting. Now I'm deliberating here whether I'm going to put AGL Godku in the front or Int. And the main reason, because if AGL takes damage, he's got to take 2 hits and he'll be able to do a revival. Int Godku will guarantee 100% dodge these units. Actually, no, he won't. He's not guaranteed, is he? Because he didn't... I think he got his transformation last time. So I think we're going to actually put AGL in the front. I don't know. It's a tough call. It's a real tough call. It's like you got to make a gut judgment at some point. So I think we're going to actually go and try to get the hits. That way we have revival. Remember, revival will give us 70% health back. So that would be really nice, and that would actually be a big bonus right now. So we're kind of doing a little bit of a Hail Mary pass here, trying to get attacked. Okay, hit number 2. Just one more. Just one more. I don't see it quite doable without that. All right. So we only got 2 hits. And I don't think we're going to last long enough to turn back around. I think this turn has gotten it pretty close, if not. All right. So, let's count the attacks. No critical there. Ooh, no critical. So 2 SAs. You going to get critical? Remember, there's a possible 4 here. All right. So you got 2 of the 4. All right. And this one's kind of in the bag. That means that UI Goku will not be back up. Or UI Sign will be. And he'll transform next turn. But you got to rely on that. So now we're between a rock and a hard place. I don't feel like this is a winnable scenario. But we're going to have to make some extremely hard and, frankly, unfair decisions here. So, how are we going to handle this? Are we going to put the Evolution Blue Vegeta in the back where he's more likely to get hit? Are we going to put Vegeta on rotation 2 so he stays on rotation in the hope that he actually kills him? Be fair, we got 3 attempts to kill him, so let's see what happens here. And basically, each one of these has double attack in them. And a good amount of double attack. Well, it doesn't matter. We got a crit, so he's dead. Alright. Final rotation. And we have no health. None. So this is going to get a little nutty. This is going to get a little crazy. And we're going to need a ton of luck to make this work out. But we do have double UIs here in the front, double MUIs, which means that we shouldn't be taking terrible amounts of damage this turn. Now, I've just got a decision to make here. Am I going to put AGL in the front or Int? Because remember, Int is guaranteed to dodge. But we're really close to getting the Dokkan bar full, and we have a lot of orbs up there. So, would it be better to do that? It's a real hard call, guys. So we've got the strategy that is going to take a little bit of a gamble, and then we've got the strategy that's going to take it easy. And are we going to gamble or are we going to take it easy? Are we gamblers? That's the big, honest question here. I believe the answer is we're going to gamble. We are going to gamble. Now, obviously, I do want those orbs because I want a little bit of healing. But do I need them for Int UI, or do I need them for Goku? The answer is obviously I need them for Goku, so we're going to go ahead and swap. Well, see, the thing is, MUI is guaranteed to dodge, so I hate to say it, but putting him on the back might be the smartest maneuver. And that stinks. That absolutely is not cool at all. But these are the decisions we have to make in this hard situation, man. And this is part of what really drug this run out, was trying to deliberate how I was going to handle the situation. But having MUI in the back, I think ultimately, with everyone that's attacking on turn 2, is the right decision. So let's go ahead, grab as many orbs as we can. I said grab as many orbs as we can. There you go. Let's see what the numbers show. All right. MUI dodge, that's great news. It's absolutely great news. And Excellent stuff right there. MUI, I need you to dodge. Oh, good grief. I always get so nervous when I see that. Because these are the situations I've been in before where MUI just decided not to dodge. Now, Goku's in a bit of a predicament. Oh, 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 oh. All right, all right. We survived this rotation. We have this rotation in the bag. But let's not get cocky. Because this is still a little dicey and a little questionable. Okay? So, what are we going to do here? Everybody is pretty much down a little tiny bit of health. We have a decision to make. And I think there's really only one true and proper decision. Okay? Now, we are going to use this active skill. But that, spoiler alert, it's not really going to come to this. But the main thing is here is to make sure that it doesn't. And if it does, to make sure that we brought the fight as hard as we possibly could. So we're just doing the active skill to make sure we cover all of our bases. Okay? So, first up, UI Goku. Gotta do something with him. We gotta make sure it counts, because we really need the damage from Goku. So I'm looking for 7 orbs. Just so happens there's 7 orbs there. So that's perfect. Now I'm going to grab all the int orbs just to make sure we, number 1, get a little bit of healing. Number 2, get maximum damage out of Vegeta. Alright. Let's go. Grab those orbs. Alright. Perfect. And then we're going to grab physical orbs just to make sure we feed them up. Plus, give a little tiny bit of healing once again. This is a really important part of the process. So we need to get as much healing as possible, because if we do not survive this, life is not going to be great. Now, I do see a bunch of orbs up there, and we're on the cusp of it. So, check it out. Dokkan Bar. Dokkan Bar is going to make this so much easier. Do bear in mind, we're on the final fight, and Goku got his dodge, so I believe that means he's guaranteed to get a critical. All right? We got them all. Can we just eke this out? Can we make this work? Critical? Members attack all. Boom! I love to see that. You never get tired of seeing that. 7.42. Critical hit. All units. We are done. We just completed esbr Realm of Gods, what prior to the anniversary was considered the hardest event, shy of, you know, like the new LGEs. Obviously, the new gods are also extremely powerful in comparison, so we really got to like go try those out. And yes, our team was a little stacked for this. MUI is a ridiculous monster. But if there's ever any indication of power creep, it's this right here. And just to verify, let's go ahead and roll through it. Okay, come in. Come on. Come on. Come on. Bam. I mean, the time isn't great, but remember I was fiddling around a lot. No items were harmed in making these esbr. That's the video, guys. I know this was a long one, but thank you so much for watching along. If you did enjoy, make sure you hit that old thumbs up button. Other than that, I think this speaks volumes for itself. I'll catch you all in the next Dokkan Battle video.